Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be discussing some important questions that are being asked in JavaScript interview. So as you know that JavaScript and Java, they look similar, but again, there is a lot of difference between Java, as Java is a full-fledged programming language, and we have all those object-oriented concepts. It is strongly typed language, but whenever it comes to JavaScript, again, it's a scripting language, and it works on initially when it started, or up to like 2 to 3 years back or 5 years back, it was only used for client-side scripting. But with the introduction of Node.js, now JavaScript is being heavily used for server side also. In terms of like scripting language, there's a lot of difference between programming language and scripting language. Syntax are more or less similar to Java again, but the way it is being used, because it is only limited to browser, so it's basically lightweight. It is interpreted programming language and good for application which are network centric, and it's an open source cross platform. If you talk about JavaScript, so interactivity is high. Again, you can convert your existing static HTML pages into dynamic. And if I talk about some of the disadvantage, because again, it is not a full-fledged uh, programming language, it is a scripting language. So again, all those high level concepts like multi-threading, then we have multi-processing, then reading and writing files is not allowed. Again, with the introduction of Node.js, we can do all those things. But if I talk about a normal JavaScript file, JavaScript code, so these are the things that are not available. And main thing, like you can create different functions, and the syntax is again, you have to use the keyword function and then name of the function. Then in JavaScript, since you can create your program in a modular way, in which you can create different functions, and then you can call those functions instead of writing those logic again and again. So we have the concept of functions, and there are two types of functions. One is your named function, and another is your anonymous function. So normally, if you see in all our latest Node.js code, or whenever we are going to implement any React.js function, we normally use anonymous code. But again, we have the two flavors. One is your named, and another is your anonymous function that we can be used. And all these React.js, AngularJS, if you have basic understanding of JavaScript, it is very easy to learn React, Angular, or Node. So we have two types of functions. Again, you can also assign a function to a variables in case of anonymous function. So it is a function that has no name. If I talk about anonymous function, the functions are declared dynamically at runtime using the function operator instead of function declaration. So there is no declaration. You are instead of declaration. So you are dynamically declaring any functions. Then next will be closure. So again, closure is also very important concept in JavaScript. So we need closure when a variable which is defined outside scope in reference is accessed from inner. So if a variable that is declared or defined outside the function, and you want to have a reference from a function, so you use this concept called closure. And then we have some by default function in JavaScript. Suppose you want to find a particular, if you want to get a particular character at a particular location in a string, so we have this caret function. So you just have that string variable, and then string dot caret, and you can get you have to just put the index, and you will be getting the character at that variable at that place. Then there are two similar terms like JavaScript and JavaScript. So there is no difference between the implementation. It is basically that Microsoft, it renamed JavaScript to JScript for all the JScript to avoid trademark issue, and Netscape provided the JavaScript language, and Microsoft changed the name to JScript. Then if we talk about difference between Java and JavaScript, so we just discussed like Java is a full-fledged programming language, and in case of Java is a full-fledged programming language, and JavaScript is scripting language limited to client, and now it is extended to server also with the introduction of Node.js. Again, just like Java, JavaScript is also case sensitive. So again, we need to make sure whenever we are declaring or define any of the variable, it is case sensitive. A very important term is called document object model. So document object model, it's used to again access the document HTML tree structure,